Matthew 13. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. And he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is the difference and does matters when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name, because no, they're not, and no one in the right mind would ever believe that. Only a fool would believe that a hammer could force its creator to do anything. There was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic text because the letter J is only about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua, and I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. 13. And on that day, Yehoshua went out of the house and sat by the sea, and large crowds were gathered together to him, so that he went into a boat and sat down, and all the crowd stood on the beach, and he spoke to them much in parables, saying, See, the sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some indeed fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them. And others fell on rocky places where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up because they had no depth of soil. But when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered. And others fell among thorns, and the thorns came up and choked them. This is all talking about believers and how, like, the ones who tried to follow YahWeh and how they're going to fail out. And others fell among thorns, and the thorns came up and choked them. And others fell on good soil and yielded a crop, some 100-fold, and some 60, and some 30. So some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the taught ones came and said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? And he answering said to them, Because it has been given to you to know the secrets of the reign of the heavens, but to them it has not been given. For whoever possesses, to him more shall be given, and he shall have overflowingly. But whoever does not possess, even what he possesses shall be taken away from him. Because of this I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is completely filled, which says, Hearing you shall hear, and by no means understand, and seeing you shall see, and by no means perceive. For the heart of this people has become thickened, and their ears are hard of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, lest they should understand with their heart and turn back, and I heal them. Isaiah 6:9-10. Yeah, Isaiah is basically like prophecy. Like everything there is basically prophecy. And blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I say to you that many prophets and righteous ones longed to see what you see, and did not see it, and to hear what you hear, and did not hear it. You then hear the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the reign and does not understand it, then the wicked one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is that sown by the wayside, and that sown on rocky places. This is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but is short-lived, and when pressure or persecution arises because of the word, immediately he stumbles. And that sown among the thorns is he who hears the word, and the worry of this age and the deceit of riches choke the word, and it becomes fruitless, And that sown on the good soil is he who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and yields, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Another parable he put before them, saying, the rain of the heavens has become like a man who sowed good seed in his field, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed darnel. Darnel looks like wheat with its poisonous, but it's poisonous to man and beast. It looks like wheat? Wow. Darnel. I mean, they are his enemy. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed darnel among the wheat and went away. So in this parable, darnel is like Christianity. 9/10 of the truth. Biggest lie you've ever seen. Looks like wheat, but it's not. Darnel. Interesting. And when the table sprouted, and when the blade sprouted, I don't know why I said table. Anyways, and when the blade sprouted and bore fruit, then the darnel also appeared, and the servants of the master of the house came and said to him, Master, did you not sow good seed in your field? From where then does it have the darnel? And he said to them, a man, an enemy, did this. And the servants said to him, do you wish then that we go and gather them up? But he said, no, lest while you gather up the darnel, you also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and at the time of harvest I shall say to the reapers, first gather the darnel and bind them in bundles and burn them, but gather the wheat into my granary. The wheat are his followers. The darnel is not followers, not believers. They don't care. They would rather live in their sin than be wheat. And the burning is the lake of fire, or what do they call it? Dehinnom, or Hinnom. I don't know. I can't remember. I can always reread it or go back into it or listen to one of my videos. I guess I could do that. Anyways. Another parable he put before them, saying, the rain of the heavens is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is less than all the seeds. But when it is grown, it is greater than the plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the heaven come and dwell in its branches. That's a prophecy. Teh 104. Okay, so Teh is Psalms, because I don't think anything else goes up to 100, except for Psalms. I don't even think Proverbs goes up to 100. Oh, no, actually. I think Proverbs goes to 150 and Psalms goes to like 130 or something like that. So I don't know what Teh is. 104:12. Yeah, YEH with a dot. 17, 13, and 31:6, and Dan 4:12. Another parable he spoke to them, the rain of the heavens is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal until all was leavened. Yehoshua said all this to the crowd in parables, and he did not speak to them without a parable, so that what was spoken by the prophet might be filled, saying, I shall open my mouth in parables, I shall pour forth what has been hidden from the fountain of the world. Teh 78:2. Then, having sent the crowds away, Yehoshua went into the house, and his taught ones came with him, saying, explain to us the parable of the darnel of the field. And he answering said to them, he who is sowing the good seed is the son of Adam. And the field is the world, and the good seed, these are the sons of the rain, but the darnel are the sons of the wicked one. And the enemy who sowed them is the devil. and the harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the messengers. As the darnel then is gathered and burned in the fire, so it shall be at the end of this age. The Son of Adam shall send out his messengers, and they shall gather out of his reign all the stumbling blocks, and those doing lawlessness. It says G. TSEPH 1:3. It says G. The darnel of verse 25. Oh, and it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different passages you can go and look at. Anyways. G. And shall throw them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous shall shine forth as the sun. Oh, I get it. 13H is the one that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13H has 7, which is, then the righteous shall shine forth as the sun. In the reign of their Father, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the reign of the heavens is like treasure hidden in a field, which a man having found it hid, and for joy over it he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the reign of the heavens is like a man, a merchant seeking fine pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Why would you sell all that you have just to buy one single pearl of great price? Yeah, it cost everything you have. I know it's a parable, but in a realistic standpoint, would you literally go out of your way to sell everything you have to buy a single little pearl? You know those necklaces, they got like hundreds of pearls on their neck? That's probably like one of them. So you wouldn't even get a full necklace. You just get a pearl, and you sold your entire house for it. I know it's a parable, but listen. In real life, that is ridiculous. I would never sell all my stuff. That's like selling all my stuff just to get a car. Why? So I can live in my car? Anyways. The sun is going up and coming down. I need light. It's not going up and coming down. Sorry, there's clouds going in front of the sun that make it hard for me because the light blocks out from my window and it gets dark in here. I'm trying to read. Hey, good guy. Okay, so again, the reign of the heavens is like treasure hidden in a field, which a man having found it hid, and for joy over it he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the reign of the heavens is like a man, a merchant seeking fine pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the reign of the heavens is like a dragnet, D-R-A-G-N-E-T, dragnet, that was thrown into the sea and gathered some of every kind, which, when it was filled, they drew to shore. Oh, a dragnet is probably for fishing. If I just took that one verse, I'd be like, oh, that could have been anything. But if you keep reading it, you're like, wow. They drew to the shore. That means it's in the ocean. There's water. I mean, I know it says they throw it into the sea, but sea or what? Some people are like that. Seriously, that's why I made a joke about that. Which, when it was filled, they drew to shore, and they sat down and gathered the good into containers, but threw the rotten away. Thus shall it be at the end of the age. The messengers shall come forth and separate the wicked out of the midst of the righteous, and shall throw them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Yehoshua said to them, Have you understood all this? They said to him, Yes, master. And he said to them, Therefore every scholar taught in the reign of the heavens is like a householder who brings of his out of his treasure matters renewed and old. And it came to be, when Yehoshua had ended these parables, that he left there, and when he had come to his own country, he taught them in their congregation, so that they were astonished and said, Where did this one get this wisdom and miracles? Is this not the son of the carpenter? Is not his mother called Miriam, Miryam, and his brothers Jacob and Joseph and Shimon and Yehuda? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Where then did this one get all this? And they stumbled at him. But Yehoshua said to them, A prophet is not unappreciated except in his own country and in his own house. And he did not do any more miracles there because of their unbelief. Yeah, that's legit, yo. You can go anywhere else where people don't know you and teach them the truth, but the moment you go to your own backyard and try teaching your truth, people are like, I know you. Trust me. I know your family, I know all this. There's no way you could have gotten all this information. You must be false. You must be false. I don't know. I don't know. I can only think. And are they really thinking, or are they just saying? Speaking with dull lips. Anyways.